Orlando real estate sales are predicted to go down 8.5% in 2023. When I read this article, I almost fell out of my chair. But that's because I thought they were saying home prices were going to go down to 8.5%. I guess I didn't have my coffee yet. So today, we're going to go over some Orlando housing predictions for 2023. I'll also chime in and add my predictions for 2023. Let's recap what happened in 2022 as far as mortgages. This was pretty unpredictable. We all knew that interest rates would go up, but I don't think anyone realized how fast it would happen. We saw a big jump in interest rates toward the middle of the year and ended up seeing rates go up to 7%. Currently, rates are around mid-sixes. Mortgage rates have been so unpredictable, and I think we'll probably see more of that in 2023. I'll throw a chart on the screen that predicts what the mortgage rates might look like for 2023. These are 8 mortgage professionals. If you average it out, they're predicting interest rates to be at about 7% for a 30-year loan. Here's an excerpt from another article. The Mortgage Bankers Association is predicting an average of 5.4%. Hot take alert. The Mortgage Bankers Association might be saying that because they still want people to get a mortgage and then refinance in a year or two when they predict that the interest rate will be even lower. I did sit in on a presentation that was based on the stats that the Mortgage Bankers Association is going off of. Their theory is that in 2023 we'll have a recession, and because of that, the feds will lower the interest rate. We'll see what happens. Fannie Mae is predicting an average of 6.4%, and the Economic Forecast Agency is predicting up to 11% by the end of 2023, which is wild. I really hope that doesn't happen, and I don't think it will. I'll share my predictions a little later on in the video. Here are some Realtor.com predictions. They think the average interest rates will be 7.4% in 2023. Now on to sales and inventory. We saw a surge of sales in the first quarter of 2022. Inventory was a little tight to say the least. I think it was still less than a month at that point. This rolled into the second quarter even though interest rates were starting to rise. We were still seeing lots of bidding wars, and then the interest rates started going up to 5 and 6%, and we started to see a slowdown. The number of sales started to go down, inventory went up, and some homes were starting to not sell. The buyers were finally fighting back and not just buying anything that was on the market. What do you think will happen with Orlando real estate in 2023? Let us know in the comments. Are you thinking of buying, selling, or just staying put for now? Let us know. If you're enjoying the video so far, a like and comment goes a long way and really helps my channel out. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you are a subscriber, thank you. I really appreciate the support. Also, if you don't know, I'm Dan Gnader, a real estate agent in Orlando, Florida. If you have any real estate questions or needs, my contact information is in the description. Also in the description is my list of preferred properties that are currently for sale in Orlando. As far as prices, we don't have the official numbers yet, but it looks like Orlando home prices rose around 10% last year, which is down from 2021's 20%. Although interest rates rose, because inventory is still low overall, we saw prices increase quite a bit. So let me touch on a few points real quick. Currently, our inventory is at about 2 months, and a balanced market is at about 6 months of inventory. Months of inventory refers to the number of homes available on the market. If no other new homes come on the market, all homes would be bought up within that time frame. So right now, all homes would be purchased in 2 months if no other homes came on the market. I'll talk about appreciation real quick as well. So appreciation is in reference to how much your home value goes up. Traditionally, it's around 3 to 5% a year. Obviously, that hasn't been the case recently. So even though home prices didn't go up as much in 2022 as they did in 2021, we essentially had 2 or 3 years of price growth in 2022. Realtor.com is predicting sales to go down 8.5% and the prices in Orlando to go up 2.9% in 2023. Zillow is predicting prices will go up by 3%. Now let's get to my predictions, but first, just a quick disclaimer. These are obviously just predictions. I'm using data and interpreting the data by using my Orlando real estate knowledge, intuition, and just some straight up guessing. For mortgages, I don't think we'll see as big of increases as we did in 2022, but the rate will fluctuate throughout the year. A lot of this will depend on the economy. If we have a recession, if inflation increases anymore, etc., etc. I'm guessing the interest rates could go up into the high sevens this year and maybe as low as the high fives. But the average will probably be in about the low sevens, maybe high sixes. Some people say that we're in a recession, and others say we haven't hit all of the markers that say we're in a recession yet. Even if we hit all the markers of being in a recession, I'm not sure I see the Feds lowering the interest rates a significant amount in a small period of time. It took them a while to raise the interest rates to begin with, so that's why I'm assuming they won't act quickly with lowering the interest rates a significant amount. All right, price predictions. I think it makes sense if prices still rise a little bit. I think in 2023, we're going to see the inventory tighten up a bit and sales go down even more from 2022. I think people who were thinking of selling their homes are going to think twice. Who'd want to trade their 3% mortgage for 7% unless you absolutely have to? I think in 2022, we saw some sellers just put their house on the market to kind of test the market, just to see if anyone offered them a price they couldn't refuse. I think we'll see that less in 2023 as buyers are being pickier and not offering over asking as much as before. That said, I think a price increase of about 3% makes sense. Real estate is hyper-local, so I think in some parts of Orlando the increase could be more, and in others it could be less, maybe even dropping a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean like 1, maybe 2%. Most people have a good amount of equity in their homes, so a small price drop shouldn't hurt too much for most people. Now, if inventory ends up being as tight as I think it might in 2023, we could see home prices go up 5, maybe even 7%. Let's talk about what buyers and sellers can expect in the Orlando real estate market in 2023. For sellers, I think inventory is still going to be low overall. So if you're trying to sell your home, if you price it appropriately, which means market value, if your home is in pretty decent condition, especially having a newer roof, I think it's still going to sell relatively quickly. You might even have multiple offers. Now, if your home is not up to date and some of the major systems in the home are older, like the AC, roof, electrical, plumbing, I think it might be harder to sell your home. Because buyers are still paying top dollar for a home and the interest rates are higher than before, buyers are a little bit more mindful of how they're going to spend their money. I also wouldn't be surprised if buyers will be asking for help with closing costs or major repairs, especially if you have an older roof. It's getting harder and harder to obtain homeowners insurance, and having a newer roof within the last 5 years can really help with getting a homeowners insurance policy. For buyers, I think you can still expect a competitive housing market in Orlando, but nothing like what it was like a year or two ago. Homes that are considered move-in ready and priced appropriately will probably sell quickly. I think inventory will still remain relatively low, so there will be fewer move-in ready homes to choose from. I also think buyers are being a little more picky and mindful of what home they'll purchase, so I wouldn't be surprised if buyers are still looking for an extended amount of time to find that perfect home. I believe people that are buying now will probably want or need to live in the home for at least 5 years. I think in the coming years, we're going to see homes appreciate less and potentially lose some value. So it's going to take some time to gain equity in the home. All in all, I think 2023 is ramping up to be another unpredictable year in Orlando real estate. With the economy being so unpredictable, I think that's going to trickle into the real estate market. If you have any questions about the Orlando real estate market, please reach out to me. My contact information is in the description below. Check out this video about a buyer's market coming to Orlando, or this playlist with more videos about Orlando real estate. Thanks for watching.